Semen retention is a dog fight. And it has to be a dog fight because there's a certain breaking that has to happen to you as a man. And if you don't go through that breaking, what's going to happen is you are not going to transition from adolescence, from boyhood to manhood. And that process needs to happen because the things that you are asking for, the things that you will get in the future, it has to go through a filter of manhood and not boyhood. What do I mean? If I gave you $500,000, what would you do with it? If I gave it to your 16-year-old self, do you think they would do the same thing as your 30-year-old version of yourself? I would hope not. But the thing that's been going on today in recent society is that the 16-year-old boy and the 30-year-old man are making the same decisions. You're going in reverse. Because when you're about 16, when you go through puberty and you're going through life, life starts testing you. Little things here and there. And they're designed to teach you something. Teach you fundamental principles because you're going to need these tools where you're going. I'll give you an example. When I was younger, I had to be taught sacrifice. Now, when I first tried this lesson out, what happened was I tried to save both. And in the attempt of saving both, you get neither. And so the lesson was, no matter how good you are, fast you are, strong you are, smart you are, the fundamental principle is you have to save one and sacrifice the other. And the attempt to save both destroys both. I recently had to relive this lesson. I looked at it more as like a check-in. Does he still know the principle? I had to delete 490 plus videos. Guys in the comments, oh my God, why would you do that? Oh my God. I have a goal. And in order for me to reach that goal, I have to delete 490 plus videos. So guess what? Gone. Didn't even bat an eye. Because those 490 plus videos came from me. And if 490 plus videos can come from me, then 490 plus videos can come from me again. And I'll do it again. Deleting all those videos, seeing my channel at like 4 or 5, 6 videos, it reignited that beginner YouTuber mindset, right? Because when you're a beginner YouTuber and you're going through this thing, you want to get to this spot so bad. You want to get monetized so bad. You want 1,000 subscribers so bad. You're willing to do anything, right? That's the mindset you have to have. Upload, 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 upload. Then the people that you follow, as soon as they upload, you're in there, you make a comment, right? Because you need to be seen. Other people are like, who's this guy? That's a great comment. Click on his video. That's how you grind for that first 100, man. That really takes me back. But guess what? Am I willing to do that all over again? In order to get to where I'm going? Of course. 490 gone. Easy. One of my videos just crossed 100K. Gone. Goodbye. And so my question to you have to ask yourself is, what are you sacrificing? A lot of you guys aren't addicted to corn, or you're not addicted to PMO. You're addicted to laziness. You're addicted to complacency. I only feel massive urges when I'm not doing things that I'm not supposed to be doing. When I'm in the morning and I'm just sitting in bed, chilling in bed, urges. You know why? Because I should have been up by now. I should have been working out. I should have been making videos. I should have been making content for my other brand. I should have been going earning money. I should have been going talking to girls. Every time I feel urges, it's because I'm not doing something that I'm supposed to be doing. So whenever I feel urges, I ask myself, I'm like, when's the last time I talked to a girl? See, that's where the real problem is. Because a lot of you guys feel urges, and then you'll get the thought like I have and say, go talk to some girls. And you know what you'll say? Oh, well, And that's why you have a masturbation problem. And that's why you have a PMO problem. Because you're not replacing the action with the solution. And it's the solution that gives you ultimately what you want. You have to transition from boyhood to manhood. Pixels on a screen watching another man do something versus you going out, putting yourself out there, securing a date. Securing a date, escalating, getting some action with the girl, whatever that means to you. You haven't made that transition. I don't feel like doing anything. Let me just go ahead and order this garbage food, even though I told myself I wanted a six pack. You could go to the gym. Let me sit down with this journal. If you don't have a journal, you're not in the game. If you don't have a journal, you're not in the game. If you don't have a journal, you're not in the game. If you don't have a journal, you're not in the game. Let me sit down with this journal and really plan out the next 6 months of my life. What does that look like? What do I want? Nope. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to waste 3-4 hours watching anime, watching Netflix, watching something that doesn't matter. Doesn't matter and will be there in the next 6 months. See, the main difference that I'm finding out between boyhood and manhood is manhood, you just focus on things that matter first, and then you start doing the other BS. With boyhood, you just want your life to be a string of things that you only care about, right? You want to feel good all of the time. Drinking, drugs, partying, women. You don't really work, but the little work that you get about $20,000, $40,000 a day. You get what I'm saying? It's childish. Now, I'm not denying some people live that life, but that's not you. And so the goals that you have to ask yourself, how can I reach these goals? And then you have to work on it every single day, even the days that you don't feel like it, even through rain, even through snow, even through sleet, even through hail. You know how I got this treadmill? This walking pad, whatever you want to call it. You know how I got this? Because every time I wanted to go for a walk, the weather was garbage. And I could have just bought a raincoat now that I'm actually thinking about it. But I said, I'm not going to let that stop me. So guess what? Cardio. And now look how it's infused its way in my life. I'm making content and getting cardio at the same time. Isn't it beautiful? Sometimes throughout the day, I get these random euphoria moments where everything just feels joyous and euphoric. And I get these things because everything that I was supposed to do for the day, I got it done. Right? But if you're PMOing, you'll never get that because the chemicals that are used to give you that euphoria, you've already drained it. Watching another man do something to a woman that you potentially would want, but if you saw in public, wouldn't say anything to her. It's crazy. But this is the difference between boys and men, and this is the difference between winners and losers. And so the game isn't to be perfect. The game is to win as much as possible and really push yourself to get to that next level. This is why I love the men's group that I'm a part of, or that I created. It's because every now and again, we'll hop on a call. Every single one of us will hop on a call, and then we'll say some things. And then the other ones would be like, what you're saying is bull. What you're saying is bull. It's BS. And we call them out on it. And then guess what? We sit down, we make an action plan, and then all of a sudden, within a week, it's done. Something that would have taken you 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, 2 years, 9 months, you done in the next 7 days. Simply because you wrote down, had somebody hold you accountable and say, that's BS. Let's have this done by this time. But of course, a lot of people don't value that. Right? It's fine. It's fine. They don't value living their dream lifestyle. I know a lot of you guys listen to me when you're doing different activities. Maybe you're at the gym. Maybe you're driving your truck. Maybe you're driving. Maybe you're at work. And then I go in your ear, I go in your brain, you get hyped up. Yeah, he's right. But how many of us actually do something about the information that you're being let in? How many of us actually have a plan with our health, our money, our relationships, our purpose? Or are we just listening and not doing anything about it. That's the curse of intelligence. Because if you knew everything in the world, it wouldn't matter. Because guess what? You wouldn't be able to do anything about it because you're not an action taker. You're not an action taker. This is why a lot of nerds don't really get women as much, but guys who are dumb as rocks do. Because even though if the nerds could break down the whole situation of, oh, all I gotta do is do this, this, they don't do it. And as far as the guy that's dumb as rocks, he just does it. Hey, excuse me. Oh, you're hot. What's your number? And she's like, oh, well, he's the only guy here, so. Man, I need to get in shape. Let me just go ahead and start. Meanwhile, you're over here like, what's the scientific evidence of? Shit don't matter, bro. Now, if you're able to mix the two, you're a weapon. You're dangerous. But if you're just a thinker, bro, I love intelligence. It's vanity. It's simply a cop-out. It's a defense mechanism. It stops you from taking action. Oh, let me analyze this situation first. You don't need to analyze anything. You either want it or you don't. And if you want it, then you'll do something about it. And when you don't do something about it, that just tells me you don't want it. And that process is a lot easier said than done. And so what you have to do is build an environment around you or join a community of people around you that'll hold you accountable and say, hey, let's get this done. Because a lot of you guys who say like you're lazy or something like that, you do just fine at work. You could do something for 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day. Because you have an outside force telling you like, hey, let's get this done. And if you don't get it done, there are consequences. Now, those consequences are a lot scarier than you think. Or I'm sorry, they're not as scary as you think. But consequences nonetheless. And so if they can build that around stuff you don't want to do, copy the same blueprint and do it for the stuff that you do want to do. But again, I feel like I'm just talking. And I'm hoping you take this video and you're like, you know what? Let me do something. Give me 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours. Give me something. Because those 5 minutes to 2 hours is going to ultimately change your life when done over a period of time. I'm MD. If you like this video or made it this far, comment down below, changing everything. And today's challenge for the day, run in place for 30 seconds, plank for 30 seconds, squat 30 times, push-ups 30 times. And with that, guys, I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.